Standard 8, Chapter 1, and chapter is Matter. Introduction of matter. Matter occupies a space, has mass, and can be perceived by the senses. Actually, three things are necessary: atom, molecules, ion for matter. First one is atom. Atom is the smallest particle of matter which may or may not have independent existence. Here examples are given: oxygen represent O, hydrogen represent H, chlorine represents Cl, and molecule. Molecule is the smallest particle of matter which has free existence. So example is given: oxygen, 2 atoms of oxygen to form 1 molecule of oxygen, 2 atoms of hydrogen to form 1 molecule of oxygen, 2 atoms of chlorine to form 1 molecule of chlorine, 2 atoms of nitrogen to form 1 molecule of nitrogen. So the molecule having free existence, but atoms are not free existence. Very few atoms having free existence. Those are inert gas elements. In atomic state, they are in free existence. Next one, ions. In atom or group of atom which has a resultant charge due to loss or gain of electron. Two type of ions are here. One is positive ion, other is negative ion. So positive ions are known as cations, negative ions are known as anions. The positive ion means if the neutral atom lose one or more electron, then this will be form cations. Here hydrogen lose 1 electron, so H plus ion. Potassium lose 1 electron, potassium ion. And negative ions. Negative ions are known as anions due to gain of electron. So the neutral atom is anionic in character. Anion means gain of electron. The neutral atom gain electron. So oxygen and chlorine having 2 anions are given. Oxygen gain 2 electron, O minus 2 charge. Chlorine gain 1 electron, chlorine minus 1 charge. Both are them anions due to gain of extra electron from out sources. Then another one, what is matter? Matter is a substance that has a inertia and occupies a physical space. Matter is categorized into 3 stages. One is solid, second is liquid, third is gas. So similar characteristics of 3 stages of matter is given. Matter occupies a space, that means solid occupies a space, liquid also occupies space, gas is also occupies space. Then second one is mass. So solid has mass, liquid has mass, and gas also has mass. Then effect of characteristics of 3 stages of different characteristics of 3 stages of matter. Volume. Solid have definite volume, liquid have definite volume, but gas is no definite volume. Shape. Solid has definite shape, but liquid have no definite shape, but gas is no definite shape. Density. Solid is high density. Density is equal to mass per unit volume. So comparison to mass, the volume is less in solid. So this will be high density, less density in liquid, least density in gas. Compressibility. Compressibility, due to rigid structure of solid cannot be compressed. In liquid, slightly compressed, but gasly highly compressed. Another one is diffusion. Diffusion, solid cannot be diffused, liquid is slow diffusion, gas is highly diffused. Then another one is coming, interconvection of matter. How the matter is interconverted to one state to another state. Already you have confirmed matter is 3 states. One is solid, second is liquid, third is gas. How these are interconverted? Temperature and pressure, both of them very important factor for interconversion of matter from one state to another state. So air mark is given the increasing, and also you see solid and liquid. If the increase in temperature and pressure, then solid is converted to liquid. If you further increase in temperature and pressure, liquid is converted to gas. And same thing also in reverse. If decrease the temperature and pressure, the gas will be condensed to liquid. Gas is condensed to liquid. And same thing, decrease the temperature and pressure, the liquid also changes to solid. So when solid is changing to liquid, increase in temperature and pressure, this is known as melting. Same thing also, liquid is converted to gas. If increase in temperature and pressure, this is known as vaporization. Irreversibly, decrease in temperature and pressure, this is known as gas liquefaction. Gas is converted to liquid. Gas is converted to liquid, it is known as liquefaction. Same thing also, same thing, liquid is converted to solid, is known as solidification if you decrease the temperature and pressure. Okay, these are all about. Then two states, remaining two states are there, solid and gas. Gas is converted to solid, this is known as deposition. If solid is changes to gas, this is known as sublimation. Then interconversion of matter by the application of kinetic energy. How kinetic energy is applied, the conversion of solid, liquid and gas. Basically, two type of energy here is applicable. One is potential energy, other is kinetic energy. If you supply heat, then increase in temperature, the molecules gain kinetic energy, and this will be lost potential energy. Increase the kinetic energy, the molecular vibration increases, then the solid changes to liquid. How the solid is changes to liquid? After supplying of heat, the temperature increases, the molecular vibration is increases, and the intermolecular distance is increases, and intermolecular force is decreases. So the solid is changes to liquid. In the same thing also, if you further increase in temperature, the intermolecular force of attraction is decreases, and intermolecular space increases. So liquid is changes to gas. Same thing also, that means the kinetic energy increases in liquid to gas. If you reverse, the kinetic energy decreases and potential energy increases, decrease in temperature. So the reversely, gas is converted to liquid. If you decrease the temperature, that means kinetic energy decreases, potential energy increases, gas is changes to liquid. Same thing also, if you decrease the temperature, the kinetic energy decreases and potential energy increases, and liquid is changes to solid. This is all about yours, the kinetic application of kinetic energy. The sublimation. Sublimation is the transition of a substance directly from the solid to gaseous state without passing through the liquid state. Very few substances are sublimable substance. Ammonium chloride, NH-partial, camphor, naphthalene, these are the sublimable substances. Then law of conservation of mass. This law of conservation of mass experiment done by Lavoisier. Then according to law of conservation of mass, matter is neither created nor destroyed. It can be converted into, or it can be changes from one form to another form. Then matter is neither created nor destroyed during chemical reaction, but changes from one form to another form. How the law of conservation of mass related to chemical reaction. Here two chemical reactions are given. One is sodium chloride react with silver nitrate to form AgCl and NaNO3. This is sodium nitrate. Second reaction is barium chloride treated with sodium sulfate to form barium sulfate and sodium chloride. Downward arrow is marking for precipitation form. Then in Lavoisier, we have taken H-shaped tube. In H-shaped tube, one reactant is given one side, other reactant given other side. when the reaction start, that means sodium chloride react with the silver nitrate. Before the reaction, we are taking the weight of reactant. This is sodium chloride taken as A, that means mass of A. This is another reactant, silver nitrate, mass of B. And after the reaction, how you know this reaction continued? If precipitation form are coming, then reaction is continued. We think the reaction is continued. Silver chloride is a precipitation form, sodium nitrate is a soluble form. Then after the reaction, we measure the weight of product. This product is AgCl, this is mass of C, and sodium nitrate, the mass of D. If the mass of reactant and mass of product same, then we think the reaction is obey the law of conservation of mass. Same things, another reaction, barium chloride, sodium sulfate to form barium sulfate and sodium chloride. If the mass of A, that means barium chloride, plus mass of B, sodium sulfate, is equal the mass of barium sulfate, this is C, and the mass of sodium chloride. If both the mass, that means reactant mass and product mass is same, then this reaction will obey the law of conservation of mass. Another limitation of these laws also there. The chemical energy stored on the reactant is released in the form of heat or light, hence mass is converted into energy, and thus mass and energy are to be considered together. That things, when the reaction start, this product side heat and light will be formed, and this heat and light are considered as a mass. This is the law of conservation of mass. Thank you.